Hey there, history enthusiasts! Welcome back to our channel, where we're spicing things up with the ancient vibes of Julius Caesar. Get ready to dive into the drama, power plays, and all that ancient Rome gossip. Our story begins in the bustling heart of Rome, where on the 12th or 13th of July in the year 100 BC, Gaius Julius Caesar came into the world. Born to a patrician family, his upbringing was marked by privilege and exposure to the intricacies of Roman society. Even in his early days, young Caesar exhibited traits that would define his later life: charisma, intelligence, and a natural affinity for leadership. As a child, Caesar's education was carefully curated to shape him into a well-rounded Roman citizen. He was tutored in various subjects including rhetoric, literature, and philosophy. His studies equipped him with the tools of persuasion and eloquence, skills that would later serve him well in his political and public endeavors. The Caesar family, while not the most influential, had a respected legacy in Roman politics. Young Julius grew up surrounded by stories of his ancestors' achievements and the weight of family expectations. This familial backdrop undoubtedly played a role in fueling his ambitions and driving him toward positions of power. Despite his privileged upbringing, Caesar's childhood wasn't without its challenges. The political landscape of Rome was tumultuous, with power struggles and alliances shaping the course of history. As he witnessed these events unfolding around him, he began to develop a keen understanding of politics and the intricacies of power. Picture this: it's 58 BC, and Julius Caesar, a skilled military commander and ambitious politician, stands at the crossroads of history. He's been appointed as the governor of the Roman province of Cisalpine Gaul, and a daunting challenge lies ahead. Gaul, a region inhabited by various Celtic tribes, was a volatile land ripe with opportunities and risks. Caesar saw this as his chance to not only bolster his reputation but also to secure resources and extend Rome's influence. Caesar wasted no time. He launched a series of daring military campaigns that would eventually become some of the most legendary feats in ancient history. Over the course of several years, he defeated numerous tribes and expanded Roman control. His campaigns were marked by brilliant strategy, innovative tactics, and the fierce loyalty of his legions. The Gallic tribes, despite their fierce resistance, were gradually brought under Roman authority. One of the most dramatic chapters in Caesar's military career was the Siege of Alesia. Facing a united Gallic force led by Vercingetorix, Caesar's legions were put to the ultimate test. The siege tactics employed by Caesar were nothing short of ingenious. He built a double fortification, surrounding both the besieged city and his own forces to fend off reinforcements. This daring move ultimately led to the surrender of Vercingetorix and solidified Caesar's reputation as a master strategist. Caesar's conquest of Gaul not only enriched Rome with resources but also showcased his military brilliance. It garnered him immense popularity, wealth, and a loyal following. However, it also raised concerns among his political rivals back in Rome. Julius Caesar's rise through the ranks of Roman politics was nothing short of spectacular. From a young age, he displayed an uncanny ability to navigate the complex web of Roman political intrigue. His gift of persuasive speech, combined with his family's legacy, provided him with a formidable foundation. Caesar's ambition was clear: he aimed to rise to the very heights of Roman authority. As Caesar continued to climb the political ladder, he found himself in the company of two equally influential figures, Pompey the Great and Marcus Licinius Crassus. The trio would eventually form the First Triumvirate, an alliance that would reshape Roman politics. Each member brought unique strengths to the table. Caesar's popularity, Pompey's military might, and Crassus' immense wealth combined to create a formidable force that could sway Roman politics in their favor. The First Triumvirate was not just an alliance of convenience. It was a strategic maneuver to challenge the established political order. Through mutual support and collaboration, Caesar, Pompey, and Crassus were able to achieve their individual goals. Crassus sought military glory, while Pompey desired recognition for his achievements. As for Caesar, he aimed to secure a consulship and enact reforms that would endear him to the common people. The triumvir's combined influence yielded remarkable results. Caesar secured a consulship, while Pompey and Crassus benefited from various concessions. However, tensions within the alliance simmered beneath the surface. As Crassus met his untimely demise in a military campaign and Pompey's relationship with Caesar strained, the triumvirate's unity began to unravel, setting the stage for further power struggles. Julius Caesar, a military genius and political force, stands at a pivotal crossroads. The Rubicon River, a natural boundary separating his military command from Rome, becomes the symbol of an irreversible choice. The Roman Senate had ordered Caesar to disband his army and return to Rome, raising the stakes for a decision that would test Caesar's resolve and reshape the course of history. On that fateful day, as the tension in the air hung thick, Caesar made his move. He famously declared, "The die is cast," and with his legions at his back, he boldly crossed the Rubicon River, defying the Senate's command. This audacious act was a direct challenge to the authority of the Senate and marked the beginning of a civil war that would shake the foundations of the Roman Republic. Caesar's decision carried immense risks. Crossing the Rubicon was not just a physical act, it was a symbolic line that, once crossed, left no room for retreat. The die was cast, and the fate of Rome hung in the balance. The civil war that ensued, pitting Caesar against the forces of the Senate and Pompey the Great, would rage on for years, leading to battles, alliances, and betrayals that would determine the fate of the Republic. The Rubicon crossing marked a turning point in Julius Caesar's career. It propelled him further into the spotlight, solidifying his image as a daring and decisive leader. It was a calculated risk that would pay off, leading him to victory and power. However, this momentous act also escalated tensions and hastened the Republic's decline, ultimately contributing to the rise of the Roman Empire. By crossing the Rubicon River, Julius Caesar set in motion a series of events that plunged Rome into a bitter civil war. The conflict pitted Caesar's forces against those of the Senate and Pompey the Great, the once trusted ally. The war was as much a battle of ideologies as it was a struggle for power, with each side claiming to defend the ideals of the Roman Republic. The civil war raged across the Roman world, with battles that would determine the fate of the Republic. Caesar's military prowess, strategic brilliance, and unwavering loyalty from his legions were key factors in his triumph. During this time, Caesar formed strategic alliances and navigated treacherous political waters. His clemency towards his defeated enemies earned him both admiration and criticism. In 48 BC, after a series of decisive victories, Caesar emerged as the undisputed master of Rome. He was appointed dictator, a title that had long-lasting implications. Caesar's dictatorship was marked by a series of sweeping reforms aimed at alleviating social issues, curbing corruption, and cementing his legacy as a champion of the people. However, Caesar's rise to power and his consolidation of authority raised concerns among some senators who feared the erosion of the Republic's institutions. The tensions came to a head on March 15, 44 BC, a day that would become etched in history as the Ides of March. As Julius Caesar's power and influence grew, so did the concerns of a group of senators who believed his authority was undermining the Roman Republic. These senators feared that Caesar's ascent marked the decline of the institutions they held dear. On March 15, 44 BC, known as the Ides of March in the Roman calendar, their concerns would lead to an audacious and tragic plot. The conspirators, including notable figures like Brutus and Cassius, saw themselves as defenders of the Republic. They believed that by eliminating Caesar, they could prevent the rise of a dictatorship and restore the traditional balance of power. The plan was set in motion, and the senators gathered at the theater of Pompey, where Caesar was scheduled to attend a Senate meeting. As Caesar arrived at the Senate meeting, unaware of the plot unfolding around him, the senators surrounded him. In a shocking and swift act, the conspirators struck, and Julius Caesar was assassinated by a barrage of dagger blows. The Senate chamber became the scene of a tragedy that would resonate through the ages. The assassination sent shockwaves through Rome. While the conspirators may have believed they were saving the Republic, their actions instead plunged the city into chaos. In the aftermath, public sentiment was divided. Some mourned Caesar's death, viewing him as a champion of the people, while others saw the assassination as a heroic act to preserve the republic. But his legacy still lived today with his famous quotes and strong, winning mindset. One thing is certain, he was a determining person in ancient Rome and today's history. Thanks for joining our time travel adventure. If you enjoyed the journey to the past, subscribe so you can keep exploring the history with us. Tell us in the comments, what would you like to hear about on our next trip?